Hi, I'm David Jones from the Manor from Devon Cooking School. Today we're here cooking a beautiful asparagus and goat's cheese frittata. We're going to be using the Morsø Forno oven. This is going to be fantastic for cooking this dish because we're going to get the heat of the stones cooking the base of our frittata and a lovely little bit of grilling action from some flames going over the top. That's going to give our frittata colour and a little bit of flavour from some smoke. We've already preheated the oven. We know that the stones are nicely heated through. And I'm just going to use this to push some fire back out of the way, making sure I've got a nice clear floor. But I want to keep the fire burning at the back of the oven because that's going to give me a grilling effect over the top of my frittata. And I'm going to put a pan in to heat up on the floor of the oven. Whilst our pan is heating up, I'm just going to chop a few spring onions. Okay, let's see if the pan is hot. And we're going to add a little bit of olive oil to that. A couple of tablespoons in there, and the onions can go straight in. Back into the oven, just for a couple of minutes to soften those onions. In here we've got 8 eggs, and we're going to beat those up. They don't have to be completely beaten, just a little whisking, and a beautiful colour on those eggs. A little bit of seasoning, salt and pepper. Mix that in lightly. A few finely chopped chives. And those onions are good to go. I'm going to pop the onions straight in with the egg and chive mixture. And the whole lot goes straight into the hot pan. Fresh asparagus, which has been lightly steamed so that it's ready to go straight onto the top of our frittata. I'm going to arrange them in a nice symmetrical pattern. We could just scatter them on. The choice is entirely yours. So that's going straight back into the oven. Notice I've still got some flame in there, which means the frittata is going to cook from underneath through the heat of the stones, but it's also going to get some grilling effect from the top due to the fire in the oven. Our frittata has been in the forno for 4 or 5 minutes, probably about 2/3 cooked. I'm going to bring that out now. It's not quite firmed up yet. I've got a nice creamy goat's cheese here. I'm just going to break it up into little pieces and sprinkle those randomly over the top. A few more minutes for that in the oven and it'll be pretty much cooked. It's got a fantastic colour, lovely and puffy. That can just sit there and rest. And we're going to put this pan in and get that nice and hot so that we can crisp up a little bit of Parma ham to go on the top. Those strips of Parma ham have had a couple of minutes. I'm going to bring those out. We're just going to lay that on top of the frittata. For a vegetarian alternative, just leave the ham off. And just to finish that off, one final thing, a few shavings of pecorino. This adds a nice saltiness to the dish, and the shavings will just sort of soften and wilt down a little bit, but don't really melt. So that's our goat's cheese and asparagus frittata complete. A lovely, simple, summery dish, cooked on the Morsø Forno. Perfect.